Hello Star Trek Fleet Commanders. In today's episode we're gonna be talking about auction events. Those solo leaderboards where you can win officers, sometimes ships, blueprints, and things like that. We're gonna be focusing on how to prepare to them, regardless if you are pay to win or free to play, small dolphin or big whale player, and how much money you spend on the game. Before we start, at any point of time, if you have any question, drop me a comment, that helps a lot. Click the like button, of course, and if you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button and join the Big Brain Society. Your activity, your liking, subscribing and commenting helps a lot to make this channel grow. Big thanks for doing that. For this episode, I'm gonna be using the latest auction event when we had a chance to win 3 of 10 officer shards. And of course, as you can see in the solo leaderboards, in the auctions, you score by spending materials, G3 and G4 materials. And of course, uncommon is multiplied by X amount of points, rare by Y amount of points, and epic by Z amount of points. The more of those materials you spend, the more points you can get. Of course, you also have the leaderboard itself. You have different groups, different ranks, so to say. Of course, the first person gets the biggest amount of the reward. The lower you go, you get less. In this situation, you get less officer shards. And then you can, of course, see how many points particular player has at some point of time. How to score? You just go through your base. You just go through the researches and you see, or you check how many uncommon materials particular building needs, how many uncommon materials particular research needs, how many uncommon materials particular ship upgrades needs. Of course, it goes the same with the rare and epic materials. And what you do, and what you're gonna see in the background in a few seconds, you should write those information down. You can use pen and paper and write down the building name, write down how many particular materials you can get. Then you multiply it by the event score multiplier and see how many points you can get by upgrading your ops or shipyard or whatever building, or how many points you can get by upgrading a particular part of your ship or research. You just write down all these kind of things. You see where you can go and you just make assumption. You say, okay, I have this amount of materials, I can spend this amount of materials, I can do this upgrade, this upgrade, this upgrade. Maybe when I'm gonna do them, I have a speed up, so I can speed them up, I can do more. But for now, I'm sure that I can get this amount of points. You see where you are on the leaderboard, you see where you can get, and then there is a place for thinking. So, okay, let's say there's 5 minutes till the end of the event. And you see that with doing those upgrades and having those speed ups, you can jump to the first place. You wait to the last minute and then just quickly do those upgrades just to jump over other players. There can be other option. For example, you see that you spend all your materials, you build those buildings, you upgrade your ships, you do the researches, and you will just not go anywhere higher. You're just gonna stay in your rank, you're just gonna use those materials, they're not gonna come back. Of course, your base is gonna be bigger, you're gonna be able to kill more reds, all this kind of stuff, but those materials will be wasted and you won't get bigger rewards. In that case, and this is something, you can see in the background, I was in the lowest rank. I wanted to be in the top 10. I didn't want to go to place 11 because place 11 was not getting any reward. I want to stay in top 10. I looked into how many points I can get. There was no chance for me to get to place 5th, which was giving me more rewards. And I said, okay, so I can, to make sure that I stay in the top 10, I can do one research. It's gonna be putting me to place 9 probably. Then if somebody from a lower under the 10th place is gonna jump up, it should be fine. It should keep me in the top 10. And this is exactly in this event what happened. I finished at place 9, still having enough materials to take part in the next auction, to score a lot of points in next auction. Maybe there's gonna be cool officer, maybe there's gonna be cool ship. I don't want to spend those materials now because I won't get any more rewards. In the next auction, I might be more lucky, maybe other people from my bracket won't have so many materials and I will have a higher chance to just get a better reward. Of course, remember that in every arc, if for example a new officer is introduced, you get at least 2 auctions, sometimes 3, like in the last arc, but usually it's just 2. And at least in my bracket, on my server, the first one is the one where people score bigger points, and the second one is the one where like the scores are a little bit lower. And it's also something you should write down. Just observe few of those events, you see if there is a pattern, and if for example on your server, in your bracket, every time the first event is the one where people score lower and the second one is the one where people score higher, you just collect your materials, you just keep them. You don't upgrade anything in your base, you don't upgrade ships, you don't do researches, you wait for that event and then you just fire. You just use all the materials you have, you just score high, and this is how you can win regardless if you are free to play or you are a whale which is spending a lot of money. If you are dolphin or whale, you are spending a lot of money on that game, or maybe just a little bit of money. You also probably would like to spend this money to get the highest return of the investment. So it's not a matter of buying 10 packs and winning that event. Maybe it's a matter of buying 5 packs, being smart and still winning the event and still getting the prize, and then you can use the money which you would need to buy the next 5 packs to buy other packs, do something else, whatever, right? But this game is and always was about math, about preparations, about thinking, noting things down, checking different possibilities, planning things ahead. And only by doing that, you can make sure that you're going to be winning those events. Or at least, scoring in the top 10 or maybe top 5, generally getting to the highest place where you can be with the amount of materials you have, with, the amount of effort you put into the game, or with the amount of time you put into the game. That's it for today. I hope you like the content. And of course, if you have any questions or comments, drop them in the comment section. That helps a lot. That makes this channel grow, that helps those videos be searched by other players. If you like the content itself, drop me the like, just click that like button. And of course, if you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button and join the Big Brain Society. See you next time. Stay safe, everybody. Bye bye.